That was open the whole time and I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. Hello, and welcome to Storm Emma. So for those of you who don't live in Europe right now, there's a big snow blizzard. There's a big blizzard, or just a few snowflakes. I would open the window to show you a closer look of what's happening outside, but it's a really strong blizzard and I don't really want it to become any colder. So that's what the snow looks like right now. I hate it. Overwriting the country right now, and it's freezing. I hate it. I don't like snow, but at the same time, it makes me want to drink hot chocolate all the time. I really like hot chocolate, so why not take away some of the misery and make a look based on lovely hot chocolate. And if you don't like hot chocolate, if you're lactose intolerant or anything like that, then I'm so sorry. This eyelid has swollen for some reason, so I'm gonna take the opportunity and show you the makeup look on this eye because there's more lid space, even though I don't think that's really healthy, but we're gonna keep going. So first I'm gonna prime my lid with the Flawless Contour Palette and using this cool toned brownish color. I'm gonna take my ring finger and just spread it over the lid. Slightly pat to make blending easier and to keep your makeup on. Now I'm going to take one of NYX's like contour and highlight singles, which is HCPS 06 or Toffee Caramel. And I used to use it as a contour, but it was a little too warm toned. And we're going to use this as a transition shade. And I'm going to use Real Techniques' base shadow brush. It's that kind of shape. And we're going to put in the outer corner. The crease. And the inner corner. I hope you guys can see that. I'm looking at two mirrors at the same time. Two mirrors. Of course I'm that vain. And a camera. What does that say about me, y'all? Now this doesn't even have to be exact or anything because it's just going to be our base color and a transition color. Just make sure it doesn't touch the lid. Next I'm going to take Sleek's Au Naturel 601 and it's been loved, especially that color. I'm going to take a brush from Makeup Revolution and it has like this kind of thin, a little tapered brush. We're going to use it to apply this color. It's kind of a cool toned brown color. And we're going to put this in the outer corner. Inner corner. And just a little bit on the bridge. Now this takes a lot of blending, so oh, and this is the base shadow brush. Just gonna blend it a bit. Basically what we're gonna do for this is put color down, blend, until like you're kind of happy with where it's going. Try to make sure that the outer corner and inner corner is the same intensity. And try your best not to touch the middle. And when blending like this crease part, the bridge I like to call it, just, you know, sweep back and forth. Just whatever you do, don't touch the middle, you know? That's the most important thing right now. I can already tell that these two eyes are going to be looking a little different, but you know, I'm using this as reference. You'd rather copy this eye more exact because I'm even starting to like this eye better. Anyway, Next, from the same palette, we're going to take this brown, which is darker and has a slightly purple undertone. Because it's really dark, you'd like to build it up and blend, you know, the same thing. So we're gonna put it in the outer corner again, except a little further out. And on the inner corner, as farther in as you can. And if not, that's okay, because I think the most important part here is to keep the dark colors away from the center. Like, that's the only thing that matters. And if you see that like you're starting to lose color in the inner corner, which is really easy to do for me at least, like when I'm trying to do a halo or spotlight eye, add as much color back as you can and then blend it out. So again, we're gonna blend this out. I poked my eye, that really hurt. Oh. I like how bright it is, and I'm not even like turning on any light. It's just the snow outside is reflecting into the window, if that makes sense. What? I'm just adding a little bit of brown here because it looked like it was getting patchy. It was bothering me. Add a little color to the bridge. To define the crease. That looks pretty on camera. I'm just looking at the camera and it looks a little darker, but in real life it's not as dark as that. But, you know, if you really want to go dark, you go ahead. It's just for me, for this kind of look, I like to keep it not too dark. And drag it down a bit here. Now we're finished with the dark colors. I'm gonna take a bigger blending brush. It's Real Techniques' Deluxe Crease brush, and I'm just gonna kind of fade it out here. Okay, now we're going to move on to the spotlight of the eye, and I'm going to take 17's Easy on the Eye palette in the big smoke, and I'm going to take like this cream eyeshadow, this frosty pink eyeshadow, and it's called Pink Flush. And I'm going to take the same Makeup Revolution brush, but the other end has like a flat brush, and I'm going to just dip into it, and I'm going to put it on the empty space, and this can act as a primer for the pink eyeshadow that I'm going to put on top. Try to just pat it on because that's how you get the best results. This can also serve as like a really nice cool undertone for like the marshmallow effect, I guess. And try to put it like concentrate it on the middle of the lid, not too far out here. Like you can sweep it out a bit just for it to have a nice flush and blend. But try not to touch the brown eyeshadow so like it doesn't interfere, you know. Taking the same flat brush again, but I cleaned it a bit. I'm going to take Clinique's eye palette. I stole this from my mom. And in it has like this nice pink color, and it is called Disco Pink. And I'm going to take that with the same brush, and I'm going to put it on top of the pink, but also a little further. We're also going to touch the brown just a little bit, but we're gonna pat it on the... Oh my goodness, can you hear that? That's the snow acting up again, guys. It's funny because I don't like snow, but I'm just doing this makeup tutorial because, like, I like hot chocolate. So, kind of just fade it out as well. Just here. And we're going to take this side of the brush and go back into NYX's Toffee or Caramel bronzer contour color, and we're going to kind of blend here so it doesn't look like just a pink blob on your eye. So it's like a gradual, you know, like a spotlight. I keep looking at my other eye and I'm like, okay, they look a little different, but I prefer this eye. So going back into the same Clinique, this color called Frosted Blossom, it's as you can see, it's well loved because I used to use it a lot as a highlighter because it's so nice as a highlighter, but I can't really dip into that as a highlighter anymore. So I'm gonna use it as an eyeshadow now, and I'm going to put it in the very middle of my eye. And this is such a gorgeous color, guys. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It's literally Frosted Blossom. It looks like a frosty pink color. And again, we're gonna just blend it out a little bit, not too much because we don't want to lose the lovely frostiness of it. I actually want to make the spotlight a bit wider here. So I put a bit more of the disco pink just a little farther out, but not touching the Frosted Blossom. And it actually looks prettier now. That it looks a little more gradient. There we go. Just putting a little more brown around. I'm basically just trying to make it look like a gradual, you know. Okay, I definitely like this eye better. Just a little more frosted cherry blossom. Frosted cherry blossom, I think it's called. You know, the frosty pink, a little more on top. And then we're gonna go and put the, let me just check the name again because I'm just like, what? Frosted Blossom. It's called Frosted Blossom. We're gonna put Frosted Blossom on the inner corner of our eyes. With the same flat brush. Just for a little sheen, you know. And then on our brow bone. A lot on our brow bone because I love highlight on the brow bone. It's just, I don't know. It really shapes the face, you know? Now we're going to move on to the lower lash line, which is basically the exact same pattern as here, except we're not going to use the creamy eyeshadow from the 17 palette. Now I'm taking Real Techniques' what is this? It's a really small, cute accent brushes, it says, but also like it can help you blend little crevices as well, which is why I love using it on the lower lash line. And I'm going to take NYX's Toffee Caramel contour shade, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner and the inner corner, not touching the middle. And then back to Sleek So Naturel 601, and I'm going to take this brown color, cool toned. I'm gonna put it again on the outer corner, inner corner, just a little lighter. We don't want it too dark. Unless that's what you want, then you know, you do you, honey. I just don't want it too dark. And then this brown color with a purple undertone, just a little tiny bit of that for me. On the outer corner and inner corner. And blend it out. And I'm gonna clean my brush. By the way, I'm using this like this from Penny's. It's like a sponge which cleans your brush. Not completely, not as well as it would if you use, you know, soap and all that. But if you want to use the same brush over and over again, but but you want to get the eyeshadow off, then you use that. It's really cool. Or you can use an average sponge if you want, you know, to you, however you want to clean your brush. And then I'm going back into the Clinique palette in Disco Pink. I'm gonna put it in the middle of my lower lash line to copy what we did above. And then finally, we're going to put Frosted Blossom. Well, you can't see the color. I don't know why I'm pointing it to you, but it's the frosty pink. We're gonna put it as close as possible to the lash line. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. And because like I don't really want to distract from the really lovely like spotlight colors. I'm not going to do wing liner. Instead, I'm going to line my top waterline and my lash line with Color Mates' eyeliner pencil in black brown. Any brown liner will do. And then we're going to pretend like we're possessed and line our waterline, waterline, well yeah, top waterline and top lash line. As close as the lash line as you can, you know. Just enough to define the eye. And then I'm going to take Urban Decay's, it used to be a double-sided liner, this one being black and this one being a champagne color called Venus. I'm going to put that on the waterline, bottom waterline this time. Now you can use false lashes if you want, but I cannot do false lashes for my life. So I'm just going to use some really good mascara from 17 called Dolled Up. And it's almost running out, so it gives me better control and a little quite thin layer so it doesn't clump up as easily. But I kind of like it like that. And apply generously, as much as you want. After I run out of this mascara, I'd love to get NYX's new mascara called Worth the Hype, which I will soon. And hopefully it is worth the hype. Oh, I'm sure it was meant for that pun. Wow, my two eyes look really different, but it's mostly because, as I said, this lid is a little swollen, so excuse that, please. Now quickly, I'm just gonna contour, blush, and highlight, and I'm gonna contour using foundation. If you want a bronze for this look as well, I'd say go ahead because it has a lot of cool toned colors. Including my lipstick. The lipstick's gonna be a slightly cool toned. Slightly. It's gonna be, well, I don't want to say it's completely cool toned, but it's kind of neutral, but you know, it's brown. Which can pull cool tone, especially if your makeup is also cool toned. For blush, I'm going to use Body Shop's Sweet Nutmeg. And this definitely adds a bit of color to your face. And for glow, I'm going to use Makeup Revolution Shimmer Break Radiant, taking only the top two colors. Because if I let you use the whole thing, it would look like a bronzer. Yes! This is such a good highlight, guys. Like, if you were around my skin tone or even darker, I feel like this would look so gorgeous on you. And it's only like, I think it was like around €6. It's really cheap, and it's been lasting. Like, I think I've had this since like the middle of last year, and it's still up there, you know? I still haven't hit pan. And I use a lot of highlight. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to use mainly NYX's Lip Lingerie in 05, but like if I decide to, I might put Color Mates' Pink Frost over it, so you know, to match the brown and pink on the eyes.
When I see you and me, the galaxy.
I think I'm happy with just brown lips. So yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do live in Europe, and I think Ireland right now is hit the hardest, I think, because like literally the Dublin is on lockdown. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you guys are relatively warm, water, good health, whatever. I should really learn to look in the camera more often because like I'm always looking at the mirror like, yes, yes honey. Hopefully this white monstrosity leaves next week because I really need to go to university. I've missed enough. Bye. This ain't even hot chocolate. This is coffee. I've deceived y'all.